After a massive search last night in Big Flats, police have the last person that they were looking for. They were caught earlier tonight in Ithaca. Good evening and thank you for joining us for WENY News at 11 o'clock. I'm Morrissey Walsh. We've been following this story for more than 24 hours now. The second suspect involved in the hit and run that critically injured a Chemung County Sheriff's investigator has been taken into custody. 24-year-old Fatuina Massaline was brought to the New York State Police Barracks in Horseheads. We're told she was taken into custody in Ithaca. After she was processed at the barracks, she was taken to Big Flats Town Court to be arraigned on charges. She faces 1 count of assault of a police officer and 1 count of reckless endangerment. Both of those charges are felonies. More than 24 deputies, troopers, and police officers packed the courtroom tonight as she was arraigned. And they lined up on the outside of the court as she was put into a patrol car, with her next stop being the Chemung County Jail. Bail was set at $100,000 cash, $200,000 bond. Massaline is accused of being the driver in that hit-and-run crash. The other suspect in the matter, 24-year-old Dominic Haley, is already behind bars. He was taken into custody a short time later after the Friday night incident at the Target parking lot in Big Flats. He is charged with assault of a police officer and petty larceny. His bail was set at $100,000 cash. And earlier today, during a press conference, we learned the identity and condition of that injured investigator. Chemung County Sheriff Schramm identified the investigator as a 35-year-old Michael Thetke. He said he is an 11-year veteran of the sheriff's office. He said Thetke is currently in critical condition after suffering a skull fracture. Schramm said Thetke was working with a member of the New York State Police on a joint detail working to combat retail theft. The pair was notified of a suspected theft at Target around 6:45 last night. An investigator Thetke chased the suspect through the parking lot and to a waiting car. Thetke and the suspect ended up on the hood of the car, and the driver of the car accelerated, throwing both Thetke and the suspect to the ground. That's when Thetke hit his head on the pavement. He was airlifted to the hospital. Troopers said the state police investigator that was also there was treated for a minor leg injury. After the incident, police searched the area for that driver, who was later identified as Massaline. Deputies, troopers, and officers from across the region swarmed the Big Flats area to try and find her. They brought in drones, a canine, and a helicopter. And before the news broke that the driver was caught a few hours ago, the commander of the New York State Police, Troop E, wanted the community to know that they were going to bring those responsible to justice.
In conclusion, I want to reinforce that no stone will be left unturned in this investigation, and all suspects that we believe perpetrated this crime will be brought to justice. So I thank you for your time.
Like we mentioned, both suspects in the matter are now behind bars. Dominic Haley and Fatuina Massaline, who was caught hours after the press conference earlier today. Bail was set for both of them at $100,000 cash or $200,000 bond.